sitting on my doorstep, people's passing by. They're coming back from getting wrecked. Everybody's high. Saturday night, what a bitch, laying on the lawn. The morning comes to bring the...
Hello and welcome to Addictions, the podcast about addictions. I'm your host, David Wagner. On today's show, we're going to be talking about marijuana and whether it's really physically addicting or psychologically addicting. And we've talked a little bit about this on the show before, but I thought it would be a really good idea to go in depth on this subject. Now, as many of you know, I am a card-holding medical marijuana user. I have the license, and to be honest with you, with a lot of types of pain, the medical marijuana really doesn't help all that much. But with the type of pain that I have, which is it's called neuropathic pain, which is nerve damage. I lacerated the sciatic nerve in my left leg in a car accident. For that type of pain, honestly, medical marijuana really does help. And if nothing more, it at least gets your mind off of the pain. And to be honest, if I had to choose one poison, I would definitely choose marijuana over opioids any day of the week. And this is why I tend to say that marijuana is not physically addicting. I was addicted to opioid painkillers for 7 years, every single day. And when I went more than 24 hours without using opioids, I would be vomiting, my skin would be crawling, my skeleton would try to leap out of my body. Terrible side effects. I mean, I couldn't get out of bed. People lose their jobs because of withdrawal from opioids, because it's just incredibly debilitating. Think of the worst case of the flu that you have ever had in your entire life, and multiply that by 2 billion. Then you're getting close to the level of severity of withdrawal symptoms from opioids. Now, I can go weeks without smoking pot, and I don't have any physical problems at all. Zero. None. So, to me, it's not physically addicting at all. I smoke it every day. And, there's a few days a week where I might not smoke, but I don't flip out and die because of it, physically. Yeah, psychologically, I do believe that medical marijuana, or just marijuana in general, recreational use marijuana, is psychologically addicting. Your brain wants it, but your body does not become dependent on it. And there are numerous scientific studies that back that up with evidence, okay? It's a fact. There is no debate. Marijuana is psychologically addictive, and I firmly believe that, But a lot of things are psychologically addictive. I mean, you could name almost anything. If you're into exercise a lot and you have to go on a run every day and, you feel kind of crappy about yourself if you miss a day of running, is that an addiction? It could be considered a psychological addiction. And to be honest, with the marijuana, it's not having a negative impact on my life. It's having an insanely positive impact on my life. Number one, I don't have to deal with a lot of the nerve pain that I used to deal with. Okay? I mean, the opioid painkillers wouldn't even help the pain. They just get me high. So, yeah. That's ridiculous. Come on. Marijuana, it relaxes me. It calms my legs and my muscles, and I'm able to get some relief from it. And I can still work my job because I'm not all looped out on opioids. And marijuana has got a really bad rap because of decades upon decades upon decades of propaganda about marijuana. Do you realize how many people alcohol killed last year? Hundreds of thousands if you count automobile accidents. Do you know how many people marijuana killed last year? Fucking zero. Okay. It just baffles me, I guess, you guys. That in this day and age, a plant that grows naturally is considered on the same level as heroin. That is really screwed up. And obviously, the tide is changing. More and more states are legalizing marijuana for not only medicinal use, but for recreational use as well. There's so many other benefits from marijuana. We can make biodiesel from the oils from the seeds, which any diesel engine will run on. And that would be incredibly cheap and lessen our dependence on fossil fuels. But of course, the big energy companies are not going to sit idly by and let that happen. So, they're going to continue to put out propaganda about marijuana and cannabis and hemp and all of these other things, And that's really sad, that it's all about money. It's not about you. It's not about me. It's not about how the government feels about us. It's about money. And I've said it before. I hate getting political on the show with everybody because I know we all have differing political viewpoints, and I'm not trying to offend anyone, but facts are facts, This isn't fake news. These are studies that have been done over the past decades. This is information that has been repeatedly tested and shown time and time again to show the same results. That's not fake, okay? That's the opposite of fake. It's called real, and it's evidence-based. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little flustered because this is a subject that's really kind of near and dear to my heart because I've seen marijuana do so much good for so many people, and I have rarely seen marijuana do any bad for anyone. Unless you're a dumbass and you're, smoking joints while you're driving down the road, that's kind of asking for it, I would say. If you're going to be stupid, be smart about being stupid. That's words to live by from David Wagner. That being said, I do hope that things change in the future. I really hope that, like I said, things are slowly changing, but, my dad he's in his 60s, and he was, when he was my age, he figured that by the time he was older, it would have already happened. But it's still going on, the prohibition of marijuana. It's just demonized at every turn, it seems like, I feel that compared with other drugs out there, you can't even compare it. Marijuana just is simply not even in the same echelon as drugs like heroin or OxyContin or fentanyl or even other drugs like barbiturates and benzodiazepines. Those things make marijuana look like ginger beer, okay? That's really basically all there is to it, That's not to say, though, that there are not people out there that do have problems with marijuana. And I'm sure there are, Everyone is different, and not everyone is going to react to every substance in the same way. For me, smoking marijuana might not be a big deal, but several of my friends actually go into severe panic attacks and have anxiety issues when smoking pot. And I can understand that can be insanely scary. Having suffered PTSD through a farm accident that I witnessed, I've only just begun to deal with panic attacks, and just the little bit that I've dealt with them, I would not wish that on anyone, So if smoking marijuana is giving you panic attacks, you may want to abstain from smoking marijuana. Yeah. A few other updates about the show, though, before we get this thing done. As always, I do have shitloads of these stickers left, guys. So, if you want one, you can get one for free. Just review the show on iTunes or whatever podcasting app you listen to. There should be some sort of link you can click that says review, and that would be really awesome. And if you subscribe or whatever, or rate the show on Facebook, you'll also get a sticker. Just shoot me your mailing address and I'll make sure to get one out to you guys. Aside from that, we've got about 1 or 2 more days left of the potato harvest, and after that, I will be a free man. I will have plenty of time to produce some longer episodes of the Addictions Podcast. We've got a lot of great guests coming up on the show. I don't want to give too much away because some of them are going to be pretty groovy, and you're not going to want to miss that. So stay tuned, you guys. As always, you can find us on Facebook.com/AddictionsPodcast. Our website is www.addictionspodcast.wordpress.com. And there you can find all sorts of resources about addiction and listen to every episode of the show. Just look for the episodes link at the top of the page. And if you guys really, really love the show and want to help support what I'm doing and help me to improve the show and make it better, visit www.patreon.com/addictions. Again, that's patreon.com/addictions. Again, I'm David Wagner, and never quit quitting.
The morning comes to bring the switch after the buzz is gone. You spent your money freely, then you smashed your own